Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon to new moon June 2022? I am your reader, at least for the moment. Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Jarring the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. And there's a link in the description box, and you can preview it for free. And there's a dedication to my mom, who is a Cancerian sun sign. And it's heartwarming, and I mean every word of it. And it makes me well up every time I read it, and I wrote it. Something else, what is it? Oh yeah, I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle, building a lovely community over there, giving exclusive content, streaming there every morning, or pretty much every morning, cup of coffee from the couch, from the laptop, talking about the lunar astrology, in the bathrobe, my hair doing what it does. It's my throne, and I love it. I dig it big time, and I think you might too. We got 6 different tiers of subscription right now, different prices. We got humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses as one tier unto itself. So check it out. I think you'll dig it, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal, and son of a Cancerian mom, so, you know, do the math. Shall we? If you're new to the channel, a 7-card draw is just 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. So it is a timed read and not a timeless read, but certainly you can go back and look at other interesting periods of your life and see if the hidden blessing, in this case 7-card draw. I do new moon to full moon 5-card draws. Those are a different vibe, but same basic idea. Getting clues, tips, and hints for the 12 signs of the zodiac, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So let's look at the astrological timeline itself. Full moon in Sagittarius on Tuesday, June 14th. My departed dad's birthday, Flag Day, and Donald Trump's birthday. Believe me, that all has significance. The archetype. At 7:52 a.m. I will be doing some magic for the channel. Patreon gets it first, because then I'm getting in the car that day and driving north to Saratoga to see who? My Cancerian mom, Hera, as I like to call her. If you know her, you know why. And then, of course, we're looking at then the 2 weeks following the full moon, the waning, the letting go, the releasing, the surrendering, the alchemy, the forgiveness, the hard stuff, culminating in 3 days of dark moon in Gemini before it hits the new moon in Cancer, your new moon of the year. So work this so you can nail the dismount on that new moon. Tuesday, June 28th, 11:52 p.m. I will be doing my new moon magic later that night. Oh, Eastern time. I am in New York. Sometimes I do forget to say it. And you know what else, darlings? In case you didn't know it, Pride Month. Oh, one of our twin didn't. Yay! It's Pride Month. Yay! I'm gay. My mom's okay with it, and she loves me. And she told me a joke when I came out of the closet at age, what was I? I was like 15, 16 years old in the 80s. Yeah, I'm 53. I know I don't look at things. You think I don't look my age. You just see my mom. Nothing like good genes. So let me just give a serious note here. Shadow work is important. That's why it's a shadow read, the letting go. In alchemical, the archetype of alchemy, lead has 3 more atoms than gold, so 3 have to be released. And lead is toxic. Gold is actually healing. Colloidal gold, like colloidal silver, but obviously more expensive. I don't have any colloidal gold. I do have some colloidal silver up in the bathroom. But here's the deal. The more you do your shadow work, the more you're healing the collective shadow of all of humanity. Because there's really only one. It's all the stuff we don't want to look at, we don't want to deal with. We either we don't want to look at it or deal with it, or we looked at it and we don't want anybody else to know, right? And that's the stuff that when you least expect it, on a bad day or just when you're tired, it possesses, takes you over. And, hurt people. Because we're all one, which is the foundation of of my work as a spiritual teacher, reader, blah, 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 artist, mystic, that's the deal. I'm going to do my shadow work. You're going to do your shadow work. Everybody who does is ensuring that this planet, not just, well, the planet's going to survive, Gaia will be fine, but that humanity, we're shifting into more golden timelines rather than leaded. And so, you know, I watch the news. My family is political in the sense that they keep an eye on stuff, right? The polis, the, like, metropolis, right? The us, the tribe. So, you know, I know what's going on. The Ukraine, Roe versus Wade. I mean, I'm glad that Depp Heard thing is over. I didn't really keep that much of an eye on it, but there's bigger fish to fry going on right now all over the place. So, that was the serious note. I'm gonna try and keep it light, yuck it up. That's why I have guides. I think the majority of my spirit guides are just Dead Catskill Comics, well, and Carrie Fisher, apparently. So let's see if we can have fun with this, shall we? It is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about the timeline we're about to look at from a different astrological point of view in terms of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, or maybe you got 4 different things you're juggling, letting go over a 2-week period, because it's been like that for a while. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can to fulfill my role in the universe's plan, because the universe always has a plan, no matter how anything appears to be, and it can be delayed but not prevented, so why delay? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures involved in this Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. 7-card draw, shadow read. What's their dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over their head like a satellite, beaming down the lessons, shifting the codes in every chakra and energy system underneath them in their personal energy field, right? Shifting what they attract and what they repel in order for the soul's journey to continue. This will also show us an indication of the shadow work reason, season, or lifetime. What's the 8th chakra archetype for the Cancerian collective this full to new June 2-2? The artist. Hey, Lil. My best friends in the whole world, Lillian Carter, Cancerian. I know she watches my video because we talk. We're actually communicating with each other, and boy, is she an artist, filmmaker, choreographer. We were roommates in college in a teeny tiny little bitty studio apartment in Boston. I saw a lot of her works born, and to see her now is amazing. I love you, Lil. Hang in there. Let's talk about the artist archetype. The shadow indicates the shadow work, the light, what you're shooting for. And remember, the shadow's collective, and so is the light, but everybody experiences it, of course, a little differently, especially in a general read. The shadow attribute, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others. And how about, let's add to that, using talent as an excuse to misuse yourself. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Now look, I am probably still in starving artist mode. I wasn't an artist for a very long time. I was a minister. It was in there. It was creative. But now it's full force as a mystical spiritual artist. This is my gig, right? So it's a phase. The starving artist feels unappreciated in their art, unseen, invisible. What, I gotta wait until I die until this hits? So it's not just about literal. You know, sometimes when you take an archetype literally, you miss the message entirely. Because the light you're shooting for, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And that's my world. Tarot, divination, dance. I'm a dancer. I dance every day. It's part of just what I do to take care of myself, to keep my vehicle. Yeah, how's that for an actor's word? in alignment, right? So it's the creative family archetype. There are 9 different families, but this is like the major arcana of the creative family archetype. All right, let's see what you're creating. You know, just getting shades of Naomi Campbell hucking cell phones at people with that shadow. Bless her heart, I love her though. Let's see what's underneath that, right? I talked about all the other chakras underneath it. This is sending down the signal, shifting everything so that you can be the best that you can be. Because in order to be who you are destined to become in this life, can't happen any other way. Quantum, wantum, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, daughters of the moon, heart, third eye crown, the interior world, the yin dynamic, the goddess energy, the stuff behind your eyes that usually Cancerians don't share right away. Unless, of course, they're an artist. Please take a nice deep breath. You know, that's a very different vibe. This I can't go goofy with at all. As I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please, daughters of the moon, tarot to help the Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemize the artist, because throat chakra is where we make the choice to either do the work or not, right? To either put in the time, same thing as being an artist, it's your choice to what you express or what you don't. So please, one card in clarity, what's going on behind their eyes in the Cancerian collective this full to new June 2022. Y'all got the Scorpio card. Now when it's a court card, this is Hecate. Hey Lil, this is Hecate, the Scorpio card, fixed water, the Crone of Cups. This would be the Queen of Cups in the traditional tarot, or at least based on the work of Pamela Coleman Smith, the Rider-Waite tarot artist, Pixie to her friends. Not kidding. You may very well be in a place of internal transformation right now. It's water with water. You're a Cancerian, sun, moon, rising, whoever, whatever. So expect some emotional transformation. Things may not be easy, but this says shadow work is underway. I mean, she's a chthonic, which means an underworld goddess. She's the goddess of witches. She's one of my goddesses that sits in the triple throne of Cancer. I just said a prayer to them before I go on camera, asking for the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power to flow through me, for me to deliver it as the archangel that I am. Darling, you're going to create so much art from whatever is going to come out of this shadow work if you work it. It is just that. If you're able to take what you're feeling and express it in some way, and nobody needs to see it. Expression isn't always like fine art or performance art, right? It could be culinary art. It could be redo your house, give yourself a makeover, change your hair color, but let it be authentic. Just don't burn down the village, or in a Cancer's case, don't flood the town. You can flood your basement though. I'm telling you, I got all of these dead comics like circling. I love it. They keep me good company. Goofy as fuck though. Lower 3 chakra dynamic, mythic tarot, lower 3 chakras, outside looking in at you. You from the inside looking out at another, let's say, place, person, or thing. Because lower 3 chakra is about your relationships in the world. Root chakra, groups, tribes. I've given students the exercise of take a journal, you can do it on your phone or whatever, and for at least a week, write down every tribe you find yourself in, right? Like start with family and then work outward, and you start to realize, like I used to be a member of the Bad Reputation Nation. That's a True Jits fan club. That makes it a tribe, right? Second chakra, one-on-one. Money, sex, and power, as well as a relationship to another person or thing. Addictions are usually second chakra, if not third chakra, but that's another conversation. Umbilical, right? Like belly button to belly button, so to speak. But solar plexus is your relationship to yourself and the world. Your self-esteem. And self-esteem is a verb, not a noun. We gotta shift that. So you can't have or not have self-esteem. It's a verb. It's how you estimate yourself, which is connected to your intuition. And we're going to say there's probably some strong creative intuition that's going to come out of this as the emotions are loved and embraced, allowed to process through from lead to gold. Also your boundaries, your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Please take a nice deep breath. I just wish everybody with a steady Karen would make these videos a lot shorter. Still point. Okay. I told you that one was serious. This one feels a bit lighter. All right. I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, beloved ones, please, what's going on? Outside looking in, inside looking out, masculine yang dynamic for the Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, getting them the clues, tips, and hints they need to alchemize that artist with Hecate, the Scorpio card, Pluto dynamic, 8th house, money, sex, power, other people's resource, mysticism, death and transformation. What's this look like on the outside, or what they're looking at the outside? This full to new June 2022 is the 5 of Wands. Don't panic. But 5 of Wands in the Mythic Tarot is Jason of Jason and the Argonauts fighting the dragon, going through the conflict, going through the battle, to get the golden fleece. Now he's got Medea's help there, so there is some witchcraft involved. I mean, it's Greek myth. It's not like, I just came up with that. And of course, what comes after this is the 6 of Wands. So there's some conflict going on. I just heard creative conflict is what makes really good art, right? I mean, I don't want to make a commentary here in this video about the commoditization of certain art forms. Drag, for example, is why I usually wear. This is called Drag Wars. It's Michelle Visage and RuPaul and Carson Kressley and Ross Matthews, right, as the Star Wars gang, I guess. But, that's a visibility thing, and it's Pride Month, so dig it. I'm a Trixie and Katya. I don't like the word fan. High appreciator. But certainly, for me, I will not water down my tarot. I will not water down my readings. That is my art form, but there's a creative conflict. Because if you're really good and you're really clear, even doing general reads, people want those reads now and they gotta be fast. And I will not prostitute myself. See what I'm saying? All sorts of creative conflict. This could be any conflict in your life, but it can also be, in a sense, conflicting desires. Well, I want to do that, but I want to, and how do I? And will that fit? Do the inside work. 5s are usually about change on the outer anyway, but since then you really have transformation on the inner and change on the outer. Change can change back. Solid, liquid, gas, right? Oxygen, water, ice, and you can reverse that. You can't unburn a cookie or a crab cake. So your chakras are in alignment here, but I just feel the potential. That's why this is a passing thing. 5 of Wands is not a forever and ever. So this is good. It feels like the shadow work with Kate Underground certainly is indicated. Let's get you a healing mantra from the MacCon Healing Mantra deck. 1 of 3, as I love to call them, bookie book readings, because they got the little bookie book that comes with. Because I can't memorize what these genius people have written and said, but I can certainly give you my take on it as it goes. The Ascended Masters General Assembly. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. All right, we're midway through. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, what is the mantra they need to help bring this into alignment for themselves so they can alchemize that artist with that internal shadow work, transformation, feeling it in order to heal it, but not letting it possess us. Maybe doing a little internal magic, craft, healing, something or other on the inside as a result of that Five of Wands on the outside. But I get it, very solar plexus. There feels like personal conflict going on here from the outside looking in. What's the perfect healing mantra then, Ascended Masters, to help them heal this and do the shadow work, this new to full? Full to new, June 2022. Acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. If I'm unsure, it's always a no. At least for now. I add the at least for now, because sometimes, you know, you need a nap. You need another cup of coffee. You need a Snickers. That's not product placement. Got a while, have a chocodile. That's a very specific 1980s reference. Acknowledging apprehension. I use this all the time. This is a part of my daily creative process. Because I'm self-employed. I work from home and I live alone. These are my 3 delicious kitty cats, my boys. So, you know, the creative process is mine to do whatever I want, which is ultimate for an artist. However, how do you always know? Well, you acknowledge that you're feeling apprehension, and when it's a yes, nothing can stop me. But if I'm even slightly unsure intuitively, it's always a no. I think your guidance system's going to be right on with this. When apprehension is acknowledged, you become aware of a constant back and forth between polarities. As this back and forth movement occurs, it can feel nearly impossible to make decisive, empowering choices, like in exactly the personal conflict of the Five of Wands. As you acknowledge any apprehension, recognize that either it is your heart trying to warn you of an old choice or pattern you are about to repeat, or a sense of unworthiness that makes you unsure about how to step onto the biggest stage you dream of commanding. Take that in. It's either, am I about to, oops, I did it again? Brittany. Or, is this my, you know, Evita on the balcony moment? Is this my 7-year itch of standing on the great moment, just to occupy a stage, you know, this next stage of my life, symbolically speaking, or for an artist, could be a literal stage. The power of discernment, which is not judgment, it's discernment, bubbles closer to the surface the more often apprehensions are acknowledged. And it is needed to determine which of these two options is true. Oops, I did it again, or don't cry for me, Philomena. That's my mom. It's her joke. She just got a tingle. She don't know why. This mantra is ideal for resolving indecisiveness, balancing impulsive behaviors, like if you are in pain in the shadow and all of a sudden you want to burn down that village or drown it, as your element may imply, and trusting your instincts, like fight or flight, right? Because if it's a yes, nothing can stop me. But if I'm even slightly unsure, I'll take a nap. But for right now, it's a no. All right, an artist acknowledging apprehension is probably what's in the title. So let's see what your higher self has to say, and the higher selves of all involved. I mean, an artist can be a solo artist, but usually there is collaboration, if not with other artists, then with other professionals in some way, shape, or form. But, you know, the thing about the artist is people hear the word and they don't realize that they have creativity. Like my mom is a Cancerian artist of the home and garden. Her garden is off the scale gorgeous. It's a piece of paradise, right? That's her thing. I'm the one with the mouth. Chiacchierone. Whispers of Love Oracle. Let's see how the party is turned to the party turned your deck. Whispers of Love. Please take a nice deep breath. From the ridiculous to the sublime, still point. I feel you. as I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above 8th chakra, and above what is the whisper of love for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, the information, inspiration, insight they need to assist them with this shadow work of the artist. Doing shadow work with Scorpio Hecate on the inside, Queen of Cups, 5 of Wands, can't figure it out, lot going on, conflict on the outside. But acknowledging apprehension. These are Cancerians. These are water signs. If it doesn't feel right, it's no for now. Check back later or go away. Those are your options, everybody else. I'm going into my hermit crab shell, right, as they acknowledge apprehension. But if it's a yes, nothing can stop them except them. What's the piece of information, inspiration, insight they need from their own higher selves this full to new June 2022? Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. See, I'm a Virgo, and I was raised by a teacher and a lawyer, so everything is possible. I cannot click my fingers and be in the Bahamas. Granted, it's probably really hot there right now. It's like 85 degrees outside here on Long Island. But you know what I mean? Like that's, well, someday I could go, and I can dream of that. But, you know, growing actual literal wings sounds lovely, but probably the government wouldn't like that. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in a lab, start manifesting true archangelic figures. And there's many wings and hundreds of eyes. Not pretty. It's a lot of mascara for one day. So be in the present and dream of the future. It might be that you are in a real physical conflict right now where you are not able to create as an artist, and however you choose to define that. So even in your own thoughts, just I'll never do this again, and go, well, how does that feel? Like, what is my instinct? And, you know, you'll be given the guidance and grace that you need, because the funny thing about dreaming about the future, our heart's desires are things that are written in. At least the emotions of them, right? Certain things we really want to experience, and it's an intuition about what's in the future. But it can be delayed but not prevented. So shadow work is all about eliminating or at least reducing the delay. So to be here now, you will get there. Like I said, it's a 5 of Wands. For you, it might seem like a Tower card, right? Or the Death card straight up on the outer. And there might be touches of that. But 5 of Wands is something you move through into victory if you take the journey. But I think we see here how you do that. So, 2 more cards left. One of my favorites, the Divine Animals Oracle. If you're going to be, you know, trotting along the hero's journey, going into the underworld, you know, doing the shadow work, the healing work, the inner child work, the therapy, the whatever, the prayer, the meditation, you do you. Isn't it nice to know that you've got the animal pantheons backing you up? Let's see who's helping you with this. Please take a nice deep breath. It's my favorite one. Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering the protection, the support, the love, the wisdom, the power, the guidance, and grace of the hero's journey aspect of this alchemy of the artist, Scorpio Hecate, Queen of Cups, Crone of Cups, on the inner emotional transformation in the heart chakra. 5 Wands on the outer could be triggered by that. Certainly that conflict on the outside, or it could be that the emotions are creating conflict in the outer, and it could be all of that in a side of fries. Well, fish fries. Fish sticks. For crab sticks. So if they just acknowledge, right, apprehension, it's like, I don't know about this. Something feels off. I don't know. Let's go scoping and probing before we go any deeper into this, while they stay in the present and dream of the future. Because in the quantum, technically, I don't know how it works with the math, don't make me do math, but everything is probable, possible in a quantum, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly way. So give them the clarity, guidance, and grace, pantheons of the spirit animals and totems for this Cancerian collective, this full to new June 2022. Nevermore. You got the Raven. Daughter of Trigon in the house. Yes, I'm a DC Comics fan. If you've seen my Wonder Mug, you know what I'm talking about. Card number 23, almost opened right to it. Nevermore. Oh, Morticia. Card number, no, that was the Munsters. Great theme song, right, Lil? Card number 23, Raven. The keyword is news. News. Like Newsies, the musical. Keep your senses about you. News of a significant announcement. Wait, fucking microphone. Keep your senses about you. News or a significant announcement is coming. Do not believe everything you hear unless it is from reputable sources. Gather information and guidance before making decisions. We can stride through other worlds, not just this one, in order to understand our nature. Oh, you mean you could go talk to Hecate? She's lovely. Well, she likes me, at least. I read the first part and the pretty much last part, the magic. This is about Odin. Raven magic, and in this case, Norse Cider, S-E-I-D-R. Cider? Cider? Meter, miter? Raven magic, right? Cider, Norse Cider, Raven magic is trance-like and news gathering. So if you can't get out and about, trance it, baby. Take a chance and take a trance. Ravens here are used as magical messengers going between the worlds, gathering guidance and information. If we think about Odin's process of sending his thoughts and memory, those are the English translations of the names of his two ravens, out into the world, then we can see the essence of the shamanic act of sending oneself out to other realms for guidance or healing, or if you're a Terry Pratchett fan, borrowing. Granny Weatherwax, thank you very much. Raven energy is useful in divination of all kinds and shamanic astral travel. Now look, I don't lucid dream. I think I used to. I can't consciously astral project. I don't know if that's because I got 4 planets in Virgo. I have no idea. But I will tell you, the work that I do certainly is working that subconscious, so I'm probably just getting allowed to sleep. Although some mornings I wake up exhausted because I'm on duty even while I sleep. But certainly that idea of news, particularly with a 5 of Wands on the outer, ravens or birds, element of air to fan those flames one way or the other. But I would say be here in the present moment, regardless of what you're hearing, and dream of the future. And it is often through the hallway of the imagination that we open up doors into other levels of consciousness, certainly, but along with that, dimensions. There are 12 overtones, 12 overtones per dimension, 12 dimensions, 144 overtones. Like, Remember when you had to do that with the radio? Right? You had to go like that. Now you go like that. You used to go like that, right? To tune to it. That is exactly it. And for an artist to be able to do that through their art, right? Because, you get into the present moment and that creative flow, time disappears. You know what I'm talking about. Even if it's a home project, a craft, anything that you're putting your creativity into. Dig it. Last card down. Now you see here this lead and this gold. 3 atoms more here than here. You alchemize those off. There is gold hidden in that lead. And that's what we're going to look at here. That hidden gold, the hidden blessing from the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower. Blessed be they are called, by Lucy Cavendish. And as light and lovely as I keep these readings for my sense of self-preservation and sanity, we do these blessings for real. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. watching this video, receiving this reading, please, one card in clarity, what is the hidden gold? The hidden blessing. That should they do the alchemy to the best of their ability, no one's asking for every T crossed and every I dotted, it don't work that way anyway, that they can express a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, expressing it somehow, interpretive dance, inspiring others to see life symbolically, like, I don't know, you do a piece on homeless people at you know, and people see it's like, oh my god, I could be 2 steps away from that, right? Moving people with that Scorpio energy inside of them. Hecate, Crone of Cups, Queen of Cups inside of them. Definitely emotional shadow work on the table here, and that Five of Wands might be triggering it. It might be confusing, there might be frustration there, but certainly if they can acknowledge their apprehension moment by moment by moment by moment, then they'll get a real intuitive signal to start practicing with, because if it's a yes, nothing can stop them. But if they're unsure, it's always a no, at least for now, in parentheses, so that they can then be in the present and dream of the future, right? If this Five of Wands has put them in a little bit of an isolated situation, which everybody has been in at some point in the past couple of years, at the time of this recording, then that makes sense that their higher self would say, you're fine where you are. And remember, sometimes isolation is the only way the divine can protect you so that you stay on track. It's just how it works. Everything will change, but it can only change to make us better. But that's from the soul's point of view. The ego frickin' hates it. So hence for them to work with the raven, to call it in always and always instead of nevermore, that they get the news that they need, and to not take anybody else's anything for it. Because if they're feeling it, it's like, I'm not feeling it, then it's a no for now. What is the hidden blessing? Should they do all of that? This full to new June 2022. A blessing to find the truth. Uh-oh. We just wandered into Archangel Michael category, except I can't believe it. It's the White Raven. You've got the Black Raven and the White Raven. The White Raven is a wonderful book by Diana Paxson about the romantic legend of Tristan and Isolde. So good. I loved it so much I created a circle cast. I call to thee, white raven, white bird of magic pure, create for me a haven, a space safe and secure, enfold me in your magic wings and form for me a shield, that I may do my mystic things and all the good it yields. And on and on and on. Yeah, it's inspired by Raven from the new Teen Titans. Get over it. I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book, but I got to tell you that you've got news and truth right next to each other, and they're the same freaking bird, except one's black, one's white. It's not a racial thing, it's about feathers. So let's do this for real. By the way, I don't know, she's sort of serving like Lucy Lawless or a young Rue McClanahan. I'm not sure which. Rue Lawless? RuPaulus? Oh, you don't want to be RuPaulus. I told you I'm going to make these fun, but now it's about to get realer. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Say it through me, Pantheons of the Divine. Card number 25. A blessing to find the truth. A blessing to discover the truth in a situation so you can make choices with full awareness. A blessing on this time and on you so that the truth can be told and thus poured down upon you its unique freedoms. Because the truth will set you free, but sometimes it pisses you off first. Thank you, Gloria Steinem. May you be blessed with knowing the truth of your own soul. Oh, we went there. And let the transformative powers of truth bring to you the light. Light and truth are the same thing symbolically. So that what was once obscured now begins to shine. What was once uncertain now becomes defined. sure, glittering in its certainty. Let the blessings of truth be your liberty now. For with truth there is growth of wings that uplift you and up and beyond the current burdens that have kept you grounded. Again, in some sort of conflict there. Let the speaking of the truth bring you comfort. Let the open-hearted honesty of it cure any confusion. Let the conviction of your knowledge bring you the rewards you are so dearly due. Let those who know you, who hear you, be healed by the contact with the purity of your words and yourself, and let no one be in any doubt as to the worth of your words and the quality of your character. There is no need to be anything except your own blessed, perfect, honest, and open self. Revealed to you now is the truth of others, their motives laid bare, without adornment or manipulation. Let the lamp of truth shine into all that was dark and unknown, both within and without. Hello? And let the words you have longed to speak fall freely and without concern from your lips. Truth shall bless you, and you shall bless others when you show by example the glorious simplicity of living within the power of your own truth. Live the truth of your soul. And may the souls that share the truth be blessed forever. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So motivating. And so it is. What an intense read. Jeepers creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Which are these? Don't go there. Did you like it? Then like it. Help the other crab cakes find it, please. Drive my numbers up just in spite of the algorithm. Just do it. Do it. Do it for me. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe. Why? Because I know what I'm talking about. I've been reading tarot since I'm 13 years old. Yes, I know I don't look it. Thanks. And I have nice hair, and I'm the fun one. And if you want a private read, absolutely reach out. There is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything for you. Equal fan time. Equal fan. Never work with animals or children. Equal time booking a reading with Mal explains everything, just like Clarissa. And if you want to go into the deeper, mystical, powerful stuff, the exclusive content, be one of my subscribers. Be one of my humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses on Patreon. Patreon.com/drawing the circle. I think it's right about there. Because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, and you can call me Mal. And I wish you all the very, very, very best and the very, very blessed with this rather emotional, very on-the-nose Cancerian Shadow Work 7-card draw. Have at it. Comment if you feel it, and reach out if you need it. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.